Hi guys, do you want to listen another story today? Let me tell you. So the story is about the Piper of Hamelin. Let's start. Once there was a town called Hamelin. Hamelin was a happy town. Everyone had enough to eat and drink, and children played happily in the streets. But then, one day, the rats came. These were not normal rats. They were 3 times as big as normal rats, and their hairs were 4 times as long. The teeth were like knives, and they were hungrier than a lion in the desert. The rat, the rats took everything. They ate all the food that the people had worked to make. They drank the water and made it dirty. The children were too afraid to play outside because the rats played in the street. People sent cats to kill the rats, but the cats were afraid of the rats too. The people did not know what to do. They thought they might have to leave Hamelin and go to another city. They thought they might have to leave Hamelin and go to another city. But then, one day, a piper came to town. The piper's clothes were beautiful. They were red and gold, and everyone looked at him as he walked into town. The rats stopped playing and looked at him. Who was this strange and beautiful man? The piper went to speak to the mayor. "Mr. Mayor," he said, "I can help you with your rat problem. All animals love music, and I can play the pipe 10 times better than any other man. I will use my music to get rid of the rats." Normally, the mayor would say, "Get out," because he couldn't believe that music could get rid of that music could get rid of rats. But these were not normal rats. "How do I know you can really do that?" he said. The piper picked up his pipe and played some music. A bird flew in through the window and sat on his shoulder. "Well, well," said the mayor, "you do play very well. Of course, we will pay you after the rats are gone. How much do you ask for?" "Oh, not much. 1,000 pounds, said the piper. The mayor couldn't believe it. 1,000 pounds? That was as much money as he made in a year. Well, that is a lot of money. But you are sure you will get rid of all the rats, aren't you?" "I will," said the piper. "You will get rid of all the rats, every last one, and then we will pay you 1,000 pounds, yes?" "That sounds good," said the piper. "Just to be clear, you will get rid of 100% of the rats, yeah?" "Can I start now?" said the piper. "All right then, you can start. Whatever. All right then, you can start whenever you are ready. Thank you." So the piper went into the street and played his pipe. Immediately, all the rats stopped eating and playing and listened to him. They ran to the piper. Soon, there was a big circle of rats around him. The piper changed his music, and the rats moved into a line. All the people watched from the windows. The piper played his pipe and walked through the town, leading the rats behind him. As he walked, more and more rats came. The line was very long, and it was hard to see the end of it. The people said, "Where is he leading them? They thought he might lead them out of town, but then they would just come back. But no, the piper led them into the river, of course. And the piper was tall, so he could walk in it and still play his pipe. But the rats were not so tall. The piper led them into the river. They couldn't swim, and so they drowned. One by one, the rats followed him into the river and drowned. The people watched and cheered. The mayor watched, but he did not cheer. Every last rat drowned, 100% of them. Afterwards, the mayor sent his men into town and asked them to find more rats. He was sure that one or two rats had not heard the piper, but they couldn't find any rats.